All right, it's time to take it back to the ring. Johnny Lane taking on Andy Webb in this 70 kg Pro K1 bout.
And here we go. It is 70 kg here as we have Phil Atherton in the blue and Johnny Lane in the black and yellow. This one brought to you by Auto Tires Northeast. Should be a good one, Casey.
Absolutely. We got MFA meeting TMAS in this marquee professional rules bout.
MFA's had a pretty good night tonight. Contender Promotions here as we pour it on with our 7th fight of the night. Johnny Lane pushing the action here, trying to take control of the ring. As we've seen, that has been the recipe for success. Of course, that's always a good strategy.
You always want a good recipe, my friend, when you go cooking up fights.
Hey, watch out. Too many cooks in the kitchen. There we go, Johnny Lane keeping Phil Atherton at bay right now.
Oh.
Ooh, answers with a big high
Definitely.
kick. Block, but he had some speed on that
keeping him in check there. He's got some power. Here we go.
Johnny Lane.
These guys are mixing it up a little bit.
In the corner, but he got tied up there. It looked like he might have been on his way to a nice combination.
You know, Johnny Lane seems to be controlling the pace of this fight. He's pushing forward.
A little bit more confident.
Yeah, he's initiating the attacks here.
Ooh, nice. Nice combination there. Threw about 10 strikes, landed 3, but nice.
Looks to be warming up, and yes, Johnny Lane, he does have the numbers moving for him. In other words,
yes,
he's, you know, combinations of 3 and 4, where Atherton just seems to be throwing the singles still.
Yep. Still wide open here in round number 1. Here comes Atherton.
There we go.
That's what he's going to have to do.
Now that was more than one strike. That was beautifully set up.
Very nice. He's going to have to keep backing Johnny Lane up and be the aggressor. Oh, he answers with a nice right hand. I think that may have connected.
And again, Johnny Lane right in his face.
Brad Conway doing a lot of work tonight, man. Running the referee duties there in the ring.
I give 1 round to nothing, Johnny Lane.
Sure. I'm with you on
sheer
that
aggressiveness.
Auto Tires Northeast. Make sure you keep those tires good. Auto Tires Northeast will take care of you. Another great sponsor here at Contender Promotions. You never know where they're going to be next, Casey. They're going to be all over Europe. They could be anywhere. I've even heard they could come to the U.S. at some point. They have a great production, and they definitely have the wheels to do it. They have some great fighters and a great promoter there.
Well, on their way to the Netherlands there for their big Holland tryout.
No doubt.
And I know that's going to be a really big thing. Everybody's talking about it. But tonight, big fights here in Middlesbrough.
So they like
Essence Sports Academy, always a full house.
It's a great arena. It really is. And you can tell there's a lot of fire out there. There's a lot of commotion, and the fans really get into it. So nothing wrong with staying at home a little bit and keeping those shows coming. We love the content here, no doubt. Round number 2 coming up here. These lightweight competitors. Here we go once again, Atherton. Usually 1 strike Atherton. And here he comes. He wants a combination. He smells blood. Maybe keep the strikes up a little bit higher.
So what I can see is that Johnny Lane appears to have a little more of a well-rounded game. He uses his hands and his legs more like a Dutch-style kickboxer, where you know, you've got Phil Atherton, who is more like a traditional Thai style.
Sure.
You know, singles, you know, throwing his hands a little bit, but really looking to land those big bombs, those leg kicks and power shots.
Phil Atherton has kind of changed it up a little bit in this round, a little bit more aggressive, not getting backed up quite as much. And I think he has to do that in this fight. You don't want Johnny Lane to get on top of him.
Johnny Lane, beautiful combinations. Up high, down low, then back up high again.
Looking for the spin kick there, looking for the big Showtime kick there. And here comes Johnny Lane.
Beautiful, man. Atherton landed a few shots, put Johnny Lane on the ropes, and as quick as it happened, Johnny Lane with some beautiful hand combinations and back in the center of the ring. Oh, nice body shot.
Man. But Atherton answers with his own body shot, backing Johnny Lane up. I love it. Good head
work.
movement.
Beautiful work here.
Just under 30 seconds here of round number 2 as Phil Atherton possibly looks to take round number 2.
This is top-tier kickboxing entertainment right here tonight. Beautiful fight.
How is he going to finish up here? Johnny Lane could. Oh, he caught one for his efforts.
Yep, Johnny Lane hesitated, and what happened? Phil Atherton came on.
As we wrap up round number 2, Atherton may have done enough.
Maybe.
He may have done enough.
I'll tell you what, though, Johnny Lane definitely throwing more combinations, more numbers. I still give it to him. I think it's 2 rounds to nothing, Johnny Lane, but I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the judges picked Atherton in this round.
I agree. And our great sponsor, Auto Tires Northeast, taking care of everything for this fight. Our beautiful ring girls. See Brad Conway having a good time out there. Everybody in great spirits when Contender comes to town. Another great show here in Middlesbrough.
Don't be acting like Conway's out there talking to the ring girls. You know, he's always got his wife there, front row, front and center, supporting Brad Conway, whether he's reffing, whether he's fighting. That's a power couple here in the UK.
Don't insinuate that I would think that about Brad Conway. I mean, just look at the permanent smile on his face. He loves his job, and you got to love that. He's got a big night of work tonight. Big plate of work here, 18 big fights on this card. They have stepped it up, putting a lot of fights out there. And we got round number 3. This one could be 1-1. It could be 2-0. We'll have to see at the end of the fight if it even makes it that far. Here comes Atherton. He's aggressive.
Atherton right out of the gate. It's like he woke Johnny Lane up a little bit there.
Absolutely. Whoa, easy now. Phil Atherton always looking for a big strike. Oh, right down the middle. He ate one there.
But Atherton coming right back.
He has to keep that aggression. That's when he's been most successful.
Tell you what, Johnny Lane had a really high work ratio in the first and second round. Perhaps he's cooled off just a little bit. This is a chance for Phil Atherton to come on. He definitely needs to push and take this round, if not finish.
He cannot allow himself to get backed up for this round as he has in the first 2 rounds. He has to be the aggressor. He has to go after these shots. Otherwise, it's going to be Johnny Lane coasting to a victory.
Absolutely. If you rest and you step back, Johnny Lane comes forward every single time. You have to meet him.
Wow, look at him go.
Look at this. Beautiful work by both fighters.
Whoa, a little shot there. That was definitely a late shot by Phil Atherton. Kind of got engrossed in the action.
Heat of the battle. Oh, here we go.
And here we go.
And a return by Phil Atherton.
He has to keep that going. Keep that combination going. Don't let it end at 2 strikes. Going for the 3rd and 4th and the 5th strike is what
last 30 seconds to see what these guys got for us.
You got to believe on ring control and punch volume that Johnny Lane is on his way.
Absolutely, but I don't know that maybe Phil Atherton hasn't taken this round. The first part of the round was all Atherton, landed some beautiful combinations, but Johnny Lane is definitely in the fight. I definitely think he took the first 2, and if there's not a stoppage here, I think he walks into the walks out of here with his hand raised. Yeah.
Oh, and he just ate a good one there. Nice strike in there by Johnny Lane, trying to finish up strong and ensure victory as we head to the scorecards for this decision. Final seconds here as they're throwing hard. The show of sportsmanship. Got to be Johnny Lane, but we will wait for the official word.
This fight electrified this crowd here at Eston Sports Arena. Great fight, excellent performance in this pro bout.
I agree. Wow, we got a draw out of that one. That's actually not a bad call.
It's not surprising. You know, I had Atherton possibly taking the 3rd round. 2nd round was up in the air.
Sure.
Johnny took the 1st one, so
sounds about right.
A draw it is.
A draw it is. Great show of fighting by both fighters, and can't wait to see him next time. Uh-oh.